And today I am doing an interview with Carob or Carob as people may know her. You know, some people may love her, some people may hate her, but today we're just gonna get to know a little bit about her. Get an unbiased, get an unbiased version. Straight from her. A little bit more about her, and we're gonna get into it. So, Carob, you come introduce yourself, and then we'll get started.
Hey guys, Carob two times, Carob, as I have used my YouTube pseudonym. So happy to be here, happy to chat with you, Zero.
All right, much appreciated. So what brought you to YouTube? Let's get started with that one.
That's a good question. So I think I've listened to YouTube like most people on and off throughout the years, primarily like looking at makeup videos or I was really into politics. I'm still into politics, so looking at like politics and Tariq Nasheed and just all these different things that people had YouTube platforms for. It was about maybe 3 years ago when I actually started participating in the chat rooms and going to more frequently, if you will, into this particular sector. So I think it's funny. I think the first person I ever subscribed to on YouTube and Black YouTube was actually the Angry Man. I um I heard his name. I can't remember what video. It was something I was watching, and his name kind of popped up in the conversation. And so I used to follow China Fox on Facebook. And so she and I were Facebook friends. So I'd seen some of her movements throughout YouTube. And I don't know if it was, I can't remember what prompted me to go to the Angry Man's channel, but I ended up, he was the first person I subscribed to. And then after that, I saw a conversation with him and Cynthia G. And I started following her and Boyce Watkins. So it was kind of like a natural progression. But I think that I just found a lot of the conversations really interesting. And before, most people would think of YouTube as just like you go watch the video, right? Like you really didn't know you could participate. It was like, oh, I can actually like go and give a comment or like go into a live stream. Like I didn't even know you could do that on YouTube. I thought you could just watch the video and keep it moving. So when I found that you could actively participate, I started coming over more frequently. So I guess that's how I kind of ended up on this side of it. But originally, I was just using YouTube for what everyone else does, listening to music videos or watching makeup or something like that.
Okay, so I know you have a channel. I know you don't really post too often, but what do you like to post on your channel?
Well, I was telling people I'm not a content creator at all, right? That's not my mission, my goal. I don't want to be a content creator. For me, it's like sometimes I'll just randomly rant about something that I feel like other people aren't talking about. That's the only time I'll typically do a video or a live stream, because I think a lot of the conversations get a little bit siloed. And it's funny, right before you and I just started talking, I was about to do a rant on colorism because I was over in O'Shea's chat room. He was talking to someone who I follow on here about colorism. And a lot of the comments are just people clearly don't understand what colorism is. So I was like, I should just have a conversation on colorism, right? So that's typically what I do. If there's a conversation that's going on where I feel like another perspective is needed, I'll talk about it. But usually you'll find me just participating in the chat room, supporting the content creators because this is what they do. You guys, you actually do this, and I always say that just because you have a microphone and a camera doesn't make you a content creator. So I try to leave that lane to those of you who actually do this work. And for me, it's just like if I want to randomly have a conversation, I will. But I tell anyone who subscribes to me, like, don't expect, any type of regular content. Like, I may drop a video every 6 months. If there's something that I want to talk about, I will. But I kind of leave that to the professionals. But I talk about a variety of things, whatever is kind of interesting at the moment.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, like this, I guess I would be considered a content creator. I mean, I just
Yeah.
do it for fun, but I mean, I do want to grow into something better. That's why, Neil Sector shit. That's why I kind of started the whole like building blocks thing. I guess like if Shar is still around, she probably put the link in there. But but yeah, like it's I mean it's a Discord server, but it's like a symbolism of like like building things up from the ground floor. So
Okay. That's really dope, though. I mean, I think that's what it's about, like finding something that's different. And I think your channel is, it's different than the rest of the content creators over here. And so being able to find that and build on it, I think is what it's about.
yeah, I mean as far as like YouTube, I mean yeah, that's like few channels I would rock with there, but I don't really consider myself uh part of it. Like I mean I don't really consider myself like a black YouTuber. I just consider myself a YouTuber who just happens to be black or so-called black.
Mhm.
So so yeah, that's as far as that.
Yeah.
But but I remember I remember hearing that you were like a Southern girl. Is that true?
I am born and raised in Louisiana, so I am a Southern girl. I haven't lived in the South full time in about man, about a little over 10 years. So right now I'm primarily on the West Coast, but I travel quite a bit. But yeah, I'm a Southern girl through and through, born and raised in Louisiana. It's funny when I when I go home, like my Louisiananess comes out, you know what I mean? So, but all my family is still there. But I just haven't lived in the South full time. I still have a house there, but I haven't lived there full time in a long time.
Yeah, I'm like from Tennessee, so yeah, I'm
Oh,
definitely
really? What part?
Nashville.
Okay, very familiar. I'll actually be in Nashville in a couple weeks, so that's too
All
funny.
right.
I love
All right.
Nashville.
Hey, you down there for the weekend? My crew performs on Second and Commerce. They're like you usually get started maybe like 9:30, something
Like a
like that.
band?
No, the dance crew. Second.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
really? I may be there.
yeah,
Well,
the
we'll
best.
talk about it offline, but I'll be there for an event in a couple of weeks, so I may have to check that out.
Yeah, the best street performers in Nashville. I mean, we even had like we had like people who like famous. I think like I remember 2 or 3 months ago we had like the black guy from Shark Tank. He had stopped by and recorded and shown had put a video on Instagram saying, hey, this is what entrepreneurship looks like.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Damon
Yeah,
John.
yeah,
Okay, okay, yeah, okay, that's really dope.
yeah. I think they say he came out there. He got through doing the talk and he just seen the crew out there and
Wow,
recorded and just shout us out.
that's really dope. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody interested in the name of the crew. It's called Music City Soul. You can find it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I think with Snapchat too. But yeah, yeah. Like yeah. But now say you Louisiana. So like, were you like live in New Orleans or another part of Louisiana?
No, no.
I
So
know.
I'm from North Louisiana, so right on the Texas state line. So yeah, I'm from North Louisiana. It's a little different there. Is more people would think of it kind of like as Texas in a lot of ways. It's funny because there's like this battle between like if you're a Cowboys fan or a Saints fan if you're from where I'm from, but yeah,
Oh
I'm
wow.
from the North Louisiana area.
Oh wow, like a big rivalry there.
Yeah, it's man when they had that game. What was it like 2 weeks ago? It was so my Facebook page was like on fire. Like they were losing it. Everybody back home was like going, they're like battling. It's serious. It's a serious rivalry down there.
Yeah. When you get into some teams, some people in their teams, yeah, it's almost like they about ready to go to war for their teams. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, they are. And they do not play.
yeah, I remember, I know like a couple homies who were like from Alabama.
Mhm.
It's like you can't say nothing bad about the roll tide.
Oh
So
my god. Well, my ex-husband is from that area. Well, he's from like the Memphis area, but family's from Alabama and man, like they get whoo. And none of them went to it's so funny. None of them went to Alabama, but they are like they are serious about it. I've never like people these football
yeah,
teams really get people riled up. I'm not a football person. I
I'm
don't
not.
really care about it at all, but people get riled up about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You mentioned Memphis. I got like a whole bunch of family up in Memphis.
Hmm.
I was like, I look at Memphis like probably like the blackest city I've ever seen. Like you can't, you try to tell the brothers like, oh yeah, you want to date white women? Like what? No, that's not even an option for
Yeah, Memphis is a, but you know what? I will tell you, I think Memphis is one of those classic cities that people down it a lot, but there's some good people from there. I used to
them.
live actually
Oh yeah,
outside of Memphis, so.
yeah. There's a lot of good people out of Memphis. Like, yeah, I mean, you treat it like family. Like, I know like a lot of, I have a lot of friends too that come from Memphis. Like, they'll come to Nashville sometimes. Like, they're like fellow like dancers. They'll come to Nashville sometimes. It's almost like like they cousins or something like that.
Mhm. Right, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, like I never seen like city like really, support each other, especially like, so-called black people, really supporting ech other like that.
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely.
Because I remember like my cousin, she told me like, like how you see like the unity of it was like, with like speeding tickets. It was like, like when people got speed tickets, like they protest and like, of course, like protesting, just one person protest speeding ticket ain't gonna stop, people from doing
Mhm.
speeding tickets. But when they had like a whole bunch of people like really protesting it, and like, had like people, a lot of people had like family that worked at the police station, worked in these areas, so they tell them like how the system goes, and it's like no people got to doing it, and it's like they pretty much just kind of like stop like those speed ticket days. So if somebody get a speed ticket, it's like, you want to pay the speed ticket? Like, no, okay, here you go, it's stamped. All right, you're free to go.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, because they were like, I said, what? I said, oh man, I said, I wish we could probably get it like this where in my city, that'd be.
Yeah, I know Nashville ain't going for that.
It's kind of funny. Like had a majority of black people here, but yeah, just try to get us to get a whole bunch of us to do something. Nah, that's a small group of us, that would really get into it. But other than that, nah, you ain't about to get you ain't about to get like a whole thing of it unless it's about some protest or something like that.
Mhm.
Something that don't require much effort.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Without like actually, talking about the job. I know that you're a businesswoman, so like, what are kind of things that you're into like in business?
Well, I'm currently I'm a corporate attorney, so I do
Okay.
mergers and acquisitions actually. So I do basically my job is to buy companies for my company. Like that's the easiest
Okay.
way to do it. So I graduated law school a little over 11 years ago. And so at first, like I was gonna do criminal. I was planning to be a criminal attorney, because
Yeah.
just for a lot of reasons, right? My family, things of that nature. So I was like, man, I should practice criminal law. But I got an internship at a major pharmaceutical company in their corporate business development area. And I kind of fell in love with it. And I really kind of found my niche. So I've been with my current company for several years. And I basically am the person who helps them figure out which companies they want to buy. So it's a really large company, and they continue to acquire new businesses on a yearly basis. And so the thing that's interesting about my job, I tell people, is it's not like as quick as another form of law, right? Because a merger can take 18 months to complete. So I can be working on a contract for 9 to 10 months, right? Like consistently that entire year for one company. So that's the only thing about it. It's not like a quick pace. Like I kind of am entangled with clients for a significant period of time, but that's what I do. I love it. I've been doing it for several years now. Pretty good at it. It's allowed me to see all of the world. I've been to several different countries and things of that nature. So I love it. I really really like what I do, and it gives me a lot of free time. I think it's funny. I think in the last 6 months I've had more free time than I typically have because this is the slow season for us. During the holidays, you just don't have a whole lot going on. as it relates to negotiations and stuff like that. So it kind of slows down a little bit, and I get to still have a life while doing what I love. So I think that's a good thing.
Okay, so did you ever have like a MBA, like a stuff that might have helped make your job better or make you so good at it?
I have a JD/MBA. So I do have an MBA. But I will be honest with you, like the NBA, I don't think is really that crucial, right? I think, when I think, because one of my colleagues or whatever, he's an attorney by trade and he doesn't have a business degree, right? So I don't think it, because my undergrad degree was in sociology. I had no intention of going into, like I said, I wasn't planning to do the corporate side. I was planning to go into the criminal side of the business. So I have a JD/MBA, but I don't know that it really matters. You know what I mean? I don't know that my business knowledge has been heightened by it, and I tell people all the time when I'm talking to my nieces and nephews who are in college about what to do with themselves, I'm like, don't just go after credentials if you're not planning to really do something with them. Like, I see so many people who go to school and get an MBA or go to school and get a master's in art and all this crap. And I'm kind of like, why? Why? What are you doing with it? If you're not planning to actually do something extremely pertinent to that, and business degrees, no offense, aren't like the most complex thing in the world to get. Like when I think about what was hard, my bachelor's was probably harder than my MBA. You know what I mean? Like, so I always think about telling people don't feel like you have to chase credentials. I got my law degree because I knew I wanted to be a practicing attorney, not because I felt that it was going to do something for me financially. I know a lot of people with master's degrees who make 30K a year, So I tell my nieces and nephews, like, find something in a field that you really want to work in and find something that's going to be useful to how you want to develop an income, not just because you think you need to chase the credential or chase a letter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get exactly what you mean. Like I mean, there's like some jobs that you could probably go to trade school that you could probably make a lot more than people who just went and got like a bachelor degree or something like that.
Yeah, we
You
think about all these people who, like, one of my friends, he's an electrician. I mean, and he makes really good money. He's a certified electrician, he's a tradesman, and he makes really, really good money as an electrician. You know what I mean? My nephew, he has an engineering degree, just a bachelor's in engineering, and he makes well over six figures with just the bachelor's in engineering. Didn't have to go get another degree. He's got some credentials or whatever, but he just has a bachelor's in engineering, right? So I tell people all the time, like, if you're chasing money, then be smart about your major. But if you're chasing fulfillment, right, and there's something you really want to do, don't feel like you need to invest $200,000 in your education to do it. Because these degrees cost money and its education is getting more and more expensive. So many people are locked into debt from student loans and things of that nature that they will never be able to pay off because they go get degrees and waste money and time and stuff that's lucrative. So I just tell people just to be smart about whatever you decide to do. If I could have done it over again, I probably wouldn't have done the joint JD MBA because it actually took me 4 years to complete, right? When with just my JD, I would have been done in three. So, it took me longer because I did that program. And I was like, thinking back about it, I probably wouldn't have done it. So,
yeah. I mean, like currently, I'm like learning how to be a pastry chef where I'm working at, but like I mean currently I'm working as a dishwasher, but I seen like all the chefs and I want to run my own bakery one day, so I just happened to get in touch with uh one of the best pastry chefs in my city that happened to be working there, and I'm learning under her.
oh,
When
that's
I get
awesome.
free time. So like I'm like thinking, well, I don't have to go to school for it because I'm getting the experience, and I'm I get to learn while I'm doing it too. Yeah.
And man, I tell you people, experience it trumps education. You know what I mean? Like now, there's certain things like in order for me to sign a contract, I have to have a law degree, right? You know what I mean? So there's certain
Right.
things that you have to have, but stuff like that, like I'm like one of my friends. So the way that it kind of works in my field, right? So as a part of mergers and acquisitions, everybody has a specialty, and so I have a team of six, and when we go out to scout new organizations, like everybody owns a certain part. So we have one of our attorneys who owns like the fiduciary pieces of it. So he'll review contracts related to cost and analysis. There's another one who owns kind of like what we call the benefits element. So if there are any benefits this company currently has from ESIP and all this other kind of, jargon stuff. She looks at that. My role is kind of to look at employee relations cost, cost of hire, anything that they're doing as it relates to bonus programs, things of that nature, right? So I review their contracts with their actual employees, so all this kind of stuff, right? And so as a part of that, I also have a young lady who worked for me who does kind of what you consider like entry level employee relations pieces, and she does not have a degree. And we were having this conversation because I was actually looking to add another member to my staff, and I was looking at like interviewing kids. And one guy, he came up and he was like, well, I have a degree in human resources. And I was like, oh, okay, how much experience do you have? And he was like, oh, I've never done it before. And I was like, okay, so you decide to apply to a Fortune 10 company in a role like as a senior manager in a field that you've never worked in. And he was like, well, I have a degree, and I have a degree, and I went and got my master's in HR, and he just felt like that trumped experience. And I had to explain to him like, that's not how this works, hun. Like, you actually have to get some on the ground experience. You have to know what you're doing. You can't just say that you're going to jump up and be the one who's going to take over what is a really important part of my team because you have a degree. And so I think some people don't understand that. They think that the degree is like a ticket to heaven, but you have to get on the ground experience. And like the fact that you're doing that is going to set you steps ahead of anyone else who's in that area.
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of lucky to actually run into it because, like, when I applied for the job, I was like, I was because, like, I think for like maybe like a month or two, I was having a hard time like finding jobs because like the job I had, I was just like, I guess they just kind of just let me go because they didn't think I was, doing enough because I was doing like some telemarketing. I guess, yes, I just wasn't, getting enough, even though I tried, it happens. And when I was like looking for it, I was like, I was going there, of course I wasn't going to apply, but usually, you see like, her brother my color, just like usually, you go in there apply, sometimes they say, oh yeah, we'll call you back or something like that. But
Hmm.
like, but like when I got in there, like, and fill out the application, all that, and talk to the hiring manager, he ain't looked at the application. He was like, so when can you work?
Right, right.
I was like, oh, okay, y'all desperate for it. Then I said, I got in there. I was like, oh, we got cooks and all that. Okay, they got pastry. Oh, they bake stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to get up and try to squeeze my way in here and try to see if I can learn some of that over there. Cause
Right.
cause I already had some skill with baking, but not like a lot. Cause I mean, pretty much like everything about cooking and baking, I taught myself, and I was like really good at it. Like I remember I was like I had like sold like cookies and brownies like and
Uh-huh.
like people really enjoyed it. Like matter of fact, like I haven't sold them in a while, but people still asking about it, asking when I'm gonna come back out with.
That is so dope though. It's really exciting that you found something that you love. So you're gonna have to like do a potluck or something so you can taste it out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you let me know you're coming through, I'll see if I can, get back to, baking and see, I can whip up some.
Please do. I'm telling you, I'm a foodie. I love to cook, but I love to eat. So definitely.
Yeah, yeah, I consider myself a connoisseur of sweets. So
See, but that's my problem. Like, I have to stay away from the sugar. Because I'm one of the, because I don't really like a lot of cakes or anything, but Coca Cola is like my addiction. You'll hear me sometimes on here, like, I got to get a Coca Cola. Like, it's like some people drive me crazy and they get my nerves going. And I'm like, let me grab my Coca Cola. So I try to stay away from a lot of like sweets because I drink so much sugar, you know what I mean, with Coca Cola. It's like my weakness. And I don't care how much I try, like I'll stop for a couple of days. It's hard, man. It's hard. Like I can give up anything else. I've given up red meat for a period of time. I gave up so much stuff, but Coca-Cola, I think they put crack in it still. That's what I think. There's gotta be I'm a crackhead and I didn't even know it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I remember one time I had made some cookies that I like. I didn't let them cool enough because I usually like to keep my cookies soft. I had like chocolate chip cookies, and like I had put them in a bag, and I guess they kind of like crumbled because I didn't let them cool off or let them solidify. So they kind of just came in the crumbles. And when I brought them out to my cousin, I let one of them try it, and they all trying like, oh man, it's good. They over there fighting over the crumbs. It's like he said, did you put crack in these cookies?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I'm telling you now. When I come to Nashville, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be looking for it.
Hey, I'm ready for you. Be like, oh yeah, yeah. I said I was gonna have them out here for you. There you go. Enjoy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like kind of like how like people have like like alcohol. Like people that have like alcohol that have like a hard time for alcohol. That's kind of like me with sugar. And I think part of the reason for that was like my homemade cooking. Like making cookies and brownies, because like make like make like the cookies like from scratch. They taste a lot sweeter than the ones in the stores usually.
That's really cool. Yeah, definitely. Well, you make sure you let me know. I will definitely let you know when I confirm my Nashville trip.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, just let me know when you coming through,
Okay,
and
will
and
do.
if, and just give me a little heads up so I can pay save my money up a little bit. Make sure I have everything ready to bake, and I got
Let's do it then. Well, you just let me know, and I appreciate you chatting with me today. I didn't, I know that sometimes these conversations are, just like getting below the surface. So I appreciate you inviting me over to do it with you.
you. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No problem. I mean, I wouldn't mind like having you back. We can, you know,
Yeah,
we could talk more about like business, something like that. Maybe,
yeah.
'cause I'm sure you probably have lots of business advice you can give people.
Yeah, I definitely can. I tell you the pitfalls of it too, because there are a lot of things within, especially if you're looking to start businesses or anything of that nature. I've learned all the pitfalls and the challenges of it. So I'd be happy to, Zero. Invite me over whenever you like. I look forward to the conversations you're going to be having on the neo sector and stuff like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't know what your schedule looking like next week. I could probably invite you on next week if you have time. But if you don't, we can work that out.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to look. So yeah, let's check it out. I'd love to. I love to engage in the conversations. I'm all for talking. People like to attack me on here because I talk,
Yeah.
but I do like to
Yeah.
talk. It's never any no ill intentions. You know what I mean? So please don't hesitate to invite me back.
Oh no, no problem. You got any last words? I know.
No, I
Yeah.
think I think that's it. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.
No problem. Yeah, before I go, shout out some people who came through. Woman of the past, just as Shar,
Women of the
shout out to
past.
Mercer, CRU Reality, Jay Shine, and Classic Ruby.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey
appreciate.
y'all. I'm not in the chat, so I didn't even know. So hey guys. See, I like all those people you just named. So bam, there we go.
Yeah,
So that's the
yeah,
kind of stuff. Very low key, chill conversation. So I appreciate you for inviting me for that. And hey everybody, thanks for stopping through.
yeah. I was like saying, well, you've been on enough streams and people attack you. Come on one where you can just have a conversation, and not worry about
Right.
it.
I like that. I don't have to worry about being called names in the chat room. I'm all for it.
And if people do call your name in the chat room, they get taken out. So don't even worry about
I appreciate it. Well, thank you, Zero. You have a good weekend.
it. Right. Too. Oh yeah. Before I go, don't forget to check out the Neo sector for women chat, because I know Char's gonna start it real soon. She put in the description.
Oh,
I think like
perfect.
oh yeah, if you're on Streamlabs, you can. I mean, well yeah, you on here on StreamYard, you can see the comments. You probably have to go. go to live comments, something like that.
Oh, I never knew that. Wow. Oh my God. I look, I can see I never freaking knew that. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Okay, so let me go. I'm going over to subscribe to that channel. I did not know you could actually see the live comments. See, that tells you right now I'm not a content creator. I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
So I did not know that. Thank you very much, Zero. You taught me something new tonight.
Hey,
Let me go subscribe to that channel.
well, I mean, I thought you were a cool person, you know. I mean, people may disagree with some what you say. I was like say, hey, we can agree, disagree, and still be cool, you know.
Absolutely.
Me and my best friend, we disagree on politics, like almost everything on politics, and we're still cool with each other. That's probably like the only thing we really disagree on.
Right. Well, they always say the two things you don't want to argue with people about are politics and religion because you will
Yeah.
lose friends every time. Like you will lose friends over those. You can talk about racism, you can talk about anything. You talk about religion or politics, and your friends start dropping like flies.
We're still good friends. Like even though we disagree when it comes
Yeah.
subject politics come up, we may agree heavily, but
Hmm.
but keep respectful, and we still best friends. So
Oh man, that's dope. That's super dope.
yeah, yeah. I mean, religion we differ, but we don't really have a problem with we don't really argue on religion. So
Right. That's smart.
yeah, but,
Awesome. Well,
but
thank
yeah,
you, Zero. Thank you, everybody. And now I know how to use live comments and StreamYard. So I might need to, start using that more often so I can actually start having some discussions and panels and stuff like that just to, get my feet wet in the YouTube chill out gang. So
I might have to make some of these folks mods, just in case some random people want to come over here and start some stuff. Got some snipers on deck.
sniper. Well, I know Char's down there, so I ain't even worried. Like she
Oh,
I'm
oh
not
yeah,
even worried about it.
yeah, most definitely.
All right, Zero. Well, I look forward to the continued discussion. I just described to the Neo Sector women. I hope everybody did. And I'll see y'all over there.
All right, all right. So y'all, Neo Saving Women channel.
All right.
Okay, there we go. All right, see